What you're about to see are passionate, dedicated, and trained people practicing and preparing to enter an extreme sporting event that may change their lives. Do not try this on your own without necessary experience and supervision.
Breathe in, breathe out. This moment's what it's all about. Born to be great, your goal awaits. Don't hesitate, accelerate.
Set for the race, aim to give it all I got. Mind is set, gonna reach the highest spot. Working hard in order to fulfill my goal. Nothing can stop me from getting what I'm heading for. That's being great, I was working till it's late, so I won't hesitate. Gotta get to first place, hands on the golden plate. I'll concentrate, won't hit the brake, just move forward, accelerate. Last week, we met Sinatemba and Lolly, aspiring dance sport champions.
In the upcoming event, we are preparing for 2 categories.
Ballroom and Latin. During the warm-ups, Steve and I we constantly argue with each other about what I must do and what he must do. We don't like listening to each other.
Why Lolly not want to listen to me?
This week is their downtime, so we'll go over to Joaquin, aspires to take over the racing world one day. But for now, has to conquer the cadet and micromax class.
It will be my first time riding in the micromax class. The two differences of the cadet track and the micromax track is the cadet track is firstly smaller and the lines are different. It's really different. The cadet goes 90-80. That's how fast it will go. A micromax goes 100 to 120 kilometers.
Being his first race day where he's competing in 2 classes, having the stamina to do that is also a bit of a concern because the bigger class is far more taxing on somebody as little as Joaquin. It's a bit of a concern for me as his mom just to make sure that he's okay to compete in all 6 race heats plus warm-up and qualifying for both classes. Extremely long day, very taxing on him as a little child to compete. So he needs to give his best in both classes.
We actually did plan to simulate a race day with the 2 classes itself. The unfortunate part is the weather in Cape Town hasn't been that great, so the likelihood is that we need to simulate on the week of the race day, which is not ideal. You'd like to actually do it 3 weeks beforehand and see how his body recovers the next day, what are the aches and pains, and then use the time to actually build more stamina.
Just chilling until I could go out because you could see now on the floor it's very wet. So I'm going to just lay down until it's dry, until I can ride both my cars. So let's see how the day goes. Kito's busy preparing my car so long I'll wait. Eventually the ground has dried a bit. Now we could get my cart ready.
Good. Are you happy like that?
Yeah. Since Keita has been my driver trainer, I've gotten better and better and better. Every time he's trained me, every time I'm listening to him, and if I don't listen, my times get messed up, and then I get into trouble by Keita.
Okay. Why are you driving so badly? Okay, we'll make it easier. Doesn't matter. Drive out of the water. Go wide on the corners. That's what we're talking. We're starting very bad, okay?
Where's water? There's no water there. I just sweep now. There by the corner. There's no water.
Keita reminds me about my lines because he knows I can do it, but I don't do what he wants me to do, and I try. So that's why he gets upset with me. It makes me feel very bad.
You know, a kid, when trying to actually get him through the sport at a very young age, there is some boundaries that you need to put in place. You obviously need to set some guidelines itself.
Yes, but that's how Uncle Tito is, my boy, you know that.
It's not fun. It's hard work. Kid will shout at you when you...
It's only because he wants you guys to do the best.
Yes. Are you going to...
You've been running with Uncle Tito for long now, you should know already, daughter.
That is true, lucky. I'm just annoyed because my dad's and Makito being strict with me today, and the cart and the track's not right for me, and they just not giving me a chance to do the stuff what I want to do.
This car's going to go in the garage, that's it. Tomorrow you're not driving. You're going to drive this. That's it. Everything I told you to do, you're not doing it now. Second 180, you're messing it up. Through here, what the heck is that? I tend to be a bit hard on Joaquin, or sometimes even maybe overboard. It's because I know of his potential, and sometimes he tends to not deliver what he's capable of. And when that happens, obviously, as his coach, his mentor, the person that does everything for him, I have to jump in and take control of the situation. I'm going to give you one chance tomorrow. You don't do it, court stays out, she will not drive it. I'm telling you right now. For the mommy and daddy, I'm telling you. That's it.
Today's official race day. My mom dropped me off and left me alone with Kito. While I'm waiting, Kito's busy working on my cart. I'll be racing in 2 classes, Cadet and Micromax. It's my first time riding in the Micromax class. I'm very nervous. I have to get good times today. When my dad arrives at the track, he gets straight to work on my cart.
There are 3 races per class, heat number 1, heat number 2, heat number 3. And the winner is basically the guy which achieves the highest points during the day. You don't necessarily need to win, you could finish second 3 times, and the guy that won the first heat then has a bad second and third heat, and you obviously get higher points than him. So it's all about the points. There's 1 qualifying per each class, which normally takes 10 minutes, and the qualifying basically sets your position for the starting grid. The risks involved in racing 2 classes are basically none. It's just your level of fitness. You obviously have to have a very sharp mental health, shall we say that way, and you have to have a very strong upper body.
I gear up before each race, and I think about when I'm on the grid. I just think about what I'm going to do, and I just do it. In the qualifying of the cadet start, I quickly take the lead. But then another car overtakes me and I try to catch up. I qualified second fastest on my lap times, and I'm going to start second on the grid. I feel very relieved that I qualified second. I worked very hard for this.
Well done. Good stuff. How does the motor feel?
Good.
Hey?
At the end it was going slower. I'm getting ready for the qualifiers in my Micromax. I'm feeling a little bit stressed. It's very hard to focus on 2 classes. You have to remember your lines and stuff like that. My dad takes my car to the racing grid. I walk next to my cart. And then I think about what I'm going to do.
How are you feeling? All right? Are you tired already? No? Remember what people say, turn early. Okay. All right, my boy? Okay, my boy? You have a fit pen and banana.
Micromax qualify starts well, and I'm in front. I fought into second place, and I feel okay about it. And at least I qualified nice.
You, well done.
Second in place.
Yeah.
That was good. Are you feeling good?
Racing in 2 classes can make you very tired. About how fit you are. I'm fit, but I still get a little bit tired.
Qualified. I don't have a...
Good luck. Okay, good luck, my baby.
In the third race, I was on the outside, so I had nothing to do. I just had to do my lines, and then when I was by them, they'd be on the inside, so they'd obviously run wide. So when they run wide, I could go on the inside. So I just take my normal line. I felt I was losing power in my acceleration.
You get a problem there and you have stopped on the side of the circuit. So that means 4 miles either way.
When my car broke down, I was really upset. I felt like to kick my car, but I couldn't. Then it happens again. I need to stop. It could get really embarrassing for your parents and your karting trainer. And you also get embarrassed, and it doesn't feel good, and you feel upset. The marshals come to help me and get me onto the track again. Then it happens again. Why it broke down? Because my carburetor was dirty. They started it up and I finished the race. I finished last. I was very upset. Even though I came last, I still get championship points. I don't have time to mess around with my engine and figure out what's wrong with it and stuff. I just forget about it and put it at the back of my head, and then I plan on my next race. I start well and I settle down into second place. After a few laps, I fall into third place. I ended third in that race, I did a very good job. I tried my best.
Hold on, my boy. Carling, second. Third. But that's because his bumper came off, otherwise he would...
They said in driver's briefings, if your front bumper comes in, they get a 1 second penalty or something like that. But because one of the qualifications of one of the classes, I got second place.
Why couldn't you overtake, my boy? You're messing up the second 180. No place. No, but the problem is you're messing up the second 180, so that's why you're not getting a drive come up here. You're cutting the corner, my boy. You need to go wide. Okay.
My dad's upset with me because I'm messing around. I'm cutting the second 180. He knows I can do it, but I'm just not doing it. So the next race I must fix that. The second cadet race starts off. I'm determined to win this one. I stay in the lead at this stage in my cadet class. I'm doing well in my cadet race. I'm really happy I'm doing well. I'm leading in this race because I believed in myself I could and I knew I could. It was my first win on my cadet race. It was really nice. I just loved it. I just loved it. After the next race, I have to quickly get ready and talk to Keita.
Joaquin, you know where to turn. Turn where I'm telling you, not where you want to turn. Entering here, turn early and hold it. Don't throw the steering. Second 180, you're going too deep and too wide. Wide, turn, top of the concrete. Every lap, with the cadet you are doing the same thing. You do 3 laps nice and then you start cutting. No. Don't go so deep onto the corner. You see the guy in front of you. You got to take the same line. Go wide. Because every time you go deep and turn, they're pulling away from you. Move.
This is my second Micromax race. I'm feeling a little bit nervous and a little bit tired. When the race starts, I quickly fall into third place. When I'm thinking during the Micromax class, I try my best and I think about where to overtake because the person who's in front of me, he doesn't ride certain places where I could overtake him. The second race in Micromax, I came third. I really tried my best, but I wasn't listening, so I came third. My dad shouts at me because he knows I can do it, but I just don't, and he thinks I'm not concentrating. The pressure is, I think, a little bit too much sometimes. This is about fun, but it's also about winning.
And this is
This is your...
The last cadet race starts. I'm very excited to win and try. I'm trying my best to win. So I started in third again and I stayed straight, so it was good. And I pushed and pushed and pushed and I stayed in first and I pulled a very big gap. And I won. I tapped my card because I'm happy it finished the race.
I think you won the day, my boy. You know that? Well done. Good driving. You used your noggin there, huh? Well done, son.
At last, I get ready for the third Micromax race for the day. It's been a very long day, but I won't give up. The race starts. I pull into third place. Kyle takes a big gap in the lead, which leaves me and Reza to battle second and third place. I try my best to keep ahead of the car behind me and end in second place.
Well done, Joachim. That's your first row. The second row, Kate Fisher, that's Sean Fritz. The third row, Troy Johnson. Very nice race. Now when the race is underway.
Now that's the end of race day. At the end of the race day, we have prize giving.
Awesome race, did 6 heats today between Micromax and cadets. Fantastic driving by Joaquin de Oliveira.
I'm happy I came first in my cadet class. I also get a second place for my first Micromax race. My ultimate dream is to be the world champion. I would love to be the world champion. You have to work for it. I would love to do it. That's my ultimate dream, to be in the sports. That's all.
With second place in his first ever Micromax qualifier, Joaquin looks set to achieve resounding success in his racing career. Keep accelerating, Joaquin. Connect with us on our Facebook page for more news and views. And next week, the journey continues for Steve and Lolly. Will they win? Will they lose? Don't forget to watch. Same time, same place. Accelerate.